team, our community. This is CondorsTown, and this is another Energy Condors connection. Now, here's Erik Fox and Ryan Holt.
All right, calm down. It is actually still Friday, so if you see Condors Connection going, oh, I got one more day still before the weekend, no, you're still good. What's up? My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3, the guy that has a guy climbing a ladder up and down behind him because he's in a press box down in San Diego is Ryan Holt. What's up, my friend?
I'm good. Getting ready for a Friday night here in San Diego and a big weekend for the Condors with Star Wars night tomorrow. So, yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a fun game tonight and definitely going to be a blast tomorrow. And, of course, San Diego, you've already been there, but we'll talk about the Condors in just a moment here. Let's jump into talking about the parent organization. We're heading towards the All-Star break for the NHL already. Not too shabby. The Edmonton Oilers have found their click. They've found their role. 7-1-2 in the last 10. Fourth in the West and climbing. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, the Pacific is kind of anybody's guess right now. Vegas has kind of come back down to earth a bit. The Kings are still right there. The Oilers have climbed the ladder. Seattle's not going away. And, you have 4 teams battling for 3 guaranteed spots. I think all 4 end up getting in the postseason. It's just a matter of, how it all shakes out. But you definitely want to be in the top 3. It sets up everything for you moving forward. But work to do for the Oilers in the second half of the year. They didn't play their best game the other night against Columbus, got a point. They take on Chicago tomorrow night, their final game before the All-Star break, and then they get a nice little break here over the next couple of days, and we'll see what happens. But they should probably beat Chicago tomorrow night, I would assume, and go in on a high note, and that's great news for them. They're playing well, and they've kind of turned a corner here into the All-Star break, which is great.
We talked about kind of the issues towards the early part of the season was injuries. And, of course, that All-Star break, how important is that for those injuries? Because, people have been maybe coming back a little sooner than they could. But how important is that for that injury situation?
Oh, it's huge. They kind of get an extended one, too. It's almost like a full, week and a half here for the Oilers. Actually, Jay Woodcroft's going to come see us play next week in Calgary because if you know anything about Jay, he can't stay away from the rink, too long without, going crazy. So he'll actually come down to Calgary next Thursday and Friday. We're going to be in Calgary, and we'll get to catch up with him. So, great week for the Oilers to, unwind and relax. And obviously, Stuart Skinner and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are going to the All-Star game, so their break will be a little shorter. But anytime you get, a couple of days like that just to, recover and rest, it's definitely important moving forward.
Now, we would say the All-Star break is kind of not full-fledged hockey sometimes, but who you see is going to pull it out this year?
Yeah, that's anyone's guess. I think they threw the caveat out there a couple of years ago of the, I think the $1 million or whatever it was for the winning team. And, a lot of the winning teams actually just donated to the trainers too. So that's cool. It's kind of a, nice perk for those guys that work hard behind the scenes, every day. And, it's 3-on-3, it's, open ice, it's fun. Is it hockey? It's probably not, but it's certainly better than the 5-on-5 product, I think, when they were playing full games back in the day. I do understand the need for having a player from every team, but it was kind of weird to have Leon Draisaitl go to like a last chance vote. Like he's second in the league in scoring. Like that should be an automatic All-Star. But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's a gimmick. It's for the fans, and
right.
It's a chance to see some guys from around the league.
At least it's better than the NFL where they do it at the end. So I mean, at least you got some sort of
they do it at the end. They don't even play the game anymore. It's like flag football plus like 2-hand touch plus throw the ball through the Dr. Pepper sign. I mean, they don't even play an actual game anymore. So. Credit to the NHL for at least keeping the prestige, I guess, of the All-Star game still intact.
Let's go and jump on over and talk about the local organization, the Bakersfield Condors, the Baco Birds, as I like to call them. You are obviously in San Diego. Let's first talk about the games that have gone on since the last time we were connected up. You guys were in Tucson, split a series out there. What were we seeing out there in Tucson?
Yeah, good response on Saturday for the Condors after kind of a difficult one on Friday. Came out slow, fell behind 3-0. Got our way back in the game, kind of like Wednesday night in San Diego. Fell behind and battled back, made it a 1-goal game in the third period, and couldn't get over the hump. But nice response on Saturday, good win. Trailed going into the third again, but was able to respond and come out with a victory on Saturday. And you're seeing a lot of the young guys right now kind of take the reins here for this team. That's been the story here for the last month of the season. And Ty Tulio is over a point per game in his last 8. Raphael Lavoie has a point in his last 13 games. Carter Savoy had a hat trick last week against San Diego. Xavier Bourgault's coming along nicely as well too. Noah Philp had a goal the other night here in San Diego. Those young guys are key pillars of this team moving forward. Are they being asked a lot of right now? Yeah, they are. But are they doing an admirable job of trying to take that extra responsibility? They are, and that's what we're looking for. And we're going to need it in the second half of the year here, and hopefully can put some wins together.
Well, we're talking about the Tucson, which was back-to-back in Tucson. Lost the first one, got that confidence back with the second win. You're talking about San Diego. You're down there. You were there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Lost there, but once again tonight, staying in the same place. So you get a little rest where you're not doing all the bus travel between games, and hoping for that W coming back tonight. What's that looking like?
It's definitely nice to get the same team twice and to be settled. I was disappointed with the first period Wednesday night, and if I'm disappointed, I can only imagine the coaching staff and the players, weren't too pleased as well too. This is a San Diego team that's struggled all year. They have 11 wins. They now have 12 wins. Any team can beat anybody on any given night, and I think the effort in the first period just wasn't there. The final 40 minutes was great, and you were able to bounce back into a game, but you shouldn't be chasing San Diego, down by 3 goals all night. We were chasing the game from basically the second shift of the night, and that's not a recipe for success. So
using your North England or New England accent, you said goals, not goals, right?
Goals, whatever it is. I think I'm battling a sinus infection too. Like I feel like I'm a 3-hour-a-night player where the light turns on for the game time and I can get through a broadcast, but for whatever reason, like regular talking, like there's just pressure right there. But it's not good to lose the opening here in San Diego, but a chance to respond tonight. I would anticipate the Condors responding tonight, and then coming home for a big one tomorrow against San Jose.
Let's talk about that big one because it is tomorrow night, one of the fun ones of the year, Star Wars night, and San Jose coming to town. What's the prep work going on for San Jose?
Yeah, San Jose's in Henderson tonight, so there's no rest advantage for either team, so that's a positive. Usually, teams are kind of waiting for us on these back-to-backs in Bakersfield, but San Jose plays tonight in Vegas, so they'll be having a 4-hour bus ride as well too after the game. But a team again that struggled, and they hold on to the final playoff spot in the Pacific, and I don't think they've done anything to kind of deserve that. It's just other teams haven't jumped them, including the Condors. And if you can get a win tonight and a win tomorrow, things look a lot different going into another busy week next week. Tucson on Tuesday, Calgary Thursday, Friday, with travel on Wednesday. Things don't get any easier for this team into February, and the road life continues pretty quickly. So, it's a big one tonight, big one tomorrow. It's going to be a great crowd. Really looking forward to it. You mentioned the Star Wars, well, specialty jerseys. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow night. So looking forward to it, looking forward to a packed house, and looking forward to hopefully a couple of wins here this weekend.
Let's talk about what's going on beyond Star Wars night from now until the next time we talk. Tucson's coming to town on Tuesday, which we talked about that split already. And then a really kind of rough road trip back up to Calgary because that team is on fire, pardon the term.
Yeah. No, it's 2 games up there, and then our brief all-star break, and then we're back home for 2, but then we're on the road for 4 again. So it's road heavy here in January and February. We don't really come home for an extended stretch until March, and that'll be beneficial. Obviously, you come down the stretch and you play a lot of home games, hopefully to get yourself into playoff seeding. So tomorrow night we'll have Star Wars characters. We'll have, I don't know, are they called characters? I don't think they're called characters because they become.
They are the Force. We'll just go with
you don't call them characters. They actually are the people, I suppose. We'll have specialty jerseys, so we'll have an auction in-house. We'll actually have a bunch of the jerseys available online as well too for auction. They're pretty cool. I can't tell you anything about them other than they say Mudhorns on the front, and we've got Grogu and stuff like that, and yeah, Baby Yoda is going to be around. It'll be fun.
Because I know how much you love Star Wars, so you're all excited for it.
Huge Star Wars guy. Big Star Wars guy.
For people who want to check out the game, first of all, tonight, San Diego for the split. What do they got to do?
Yep, AHL TV tonight, and then tomorrow night. I will say we have limited tickets remaining, which is a great thing. I think oftentimes you get people on the day of the game. Hey, I can't sit here, but I think we're starting to train people that you might have to buy tickets a little early in CondorsTown now, and it's a fun, weekend. Crowds have been great the last couple of years. They come back, obviously, big time this year, which has been great to see, and big one tomorrow. But yeah, we have great seats for just $12 and get you in, and we all Star Wars themed and decked out and all sorts of fun, and we do it big for Star Wars night, so we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a blast, and I'm looking forward to also February 11th. Put it on your calendar. It's Wizard Night. And
Wizard Night, wands and Harry Potter and more stuff.
More things that Ryan not get enough of. And it is Energy Night, so we'll be out there with all the energy.
I'm a big fan of energy.
There we go. Ryan Holt from the Bakersfield Condors. That's where you're from. My name is Erik Fox, Energy 95.3, and we will catch you next week and get you all caught up on all things CondorsTown, because this is your Energy Condors Connection. See you then.